Greetings faculty and welcome to another WIS Technology tutorial. Today's topic I'm going to be covering images on Moodle. Now if you're noticing that your Moodle page is sometimes sluggish, it's probably because your page is taking a long time to load the images you have on there. Well, one good way to eliminate that sluggishness is to give your images a web address. And an easy way to do that is to upload your images first to Picasa Web Albums. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. This is part of the Google Apps suite. So right away you're going to see I have several albums right here. The default page when you log in is a link to the various albums that you've created. Now, each of these albums has a specific set of privacy settings, essentially. So, the recommended setting I would give to photos or to an album that I want to share with everyone else is sort of the unlisted privacy, meaning that the photos aren't searchable, yet anyone can view the photos without logging in. So I want to go ahead and show you how to add an image to an album. Here at the top you have the upload button. By default it's going to name your album with the date. Or if you have an existing album you'd like to add to, you can click on that to add to an album. But I'm just going to leave the October 4th album name for this option. Then I can either drag photos to that box or just select pictures via the button on that screen. Now I'm just going to find an image here that, let's see, okay, here's just a picture of me. I'm going to click open. Now by uploading this, as I said in the beginning, this is giving the image a web address, okay? And what we're going to do with that web address is actually embed that address into a Moodle page, which will make it appear, yet the image itself still lives in this Picasa Web album, okay? So great. So this is our image, and I'm going to click OK to take me back to the album. Now, notice here on the right-hand side, this image is only available to me right now. So there's really no possible way I can link or share it to anyone unless I change those settings. So I'm going to click Edit, and I'm going to change the visibility here to limited, anyone with the link. And like I said, this is now going to make it available to anyone, yet they're going to have to know the address of the image to actually see it. And because we're going to be embedding this in Moodle, it's pretty safe that no one else is going to see this image except your intended audience. So let me make that change. And I'm going to save changes. Now, again, notice the changes on the right-hand side. Now we have this option called Link to this album. All right? Well, I'm not actually interested in linking to the album right now. What I want is a singular picture. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my picture, and I'm going to choose Link to this photo. Okay? When I click this, it presents me with two options. The first option is just a link that will open up the image. But if I want the image to appear on my Moodle page, I'm going to click here, much in the manner that I would do to embed a YouTube video. I'm applying the same skills to embedding a still image. So this is the code for embedding the image. I'm going to click Command C and copy that code. Now that I've copied the embed image code, all I want to do is paste this into a Moodle block. Okay? So I'm now going to go over to my Moodle course, and I'm going to find an empty block. So I'm going to go right here to section 4. I'm going to click Edit Summary. Now again, this is where you have to be sure you're in the HTML editing mode here. So this is by clicking on this button right here, toggle HTML source. This puts you in an environment where you can now paste HTML code. And the way you know that you're in this environment is you're going to see this ampersand NBSP semicolon at the beginning. So immediately after this piece of code, you can go ahead and paste your embed code. Click on Save Changes. And now you have successfully pasted an image into your Moodle page. Well, say for example you want a different size. Well, that's easy enough. Let's just go ahead and delete what we just did. Okay. I'm going to save changes. I'm going to go back to my album, or my photo actually, and I'm going to go ahead and change the size from a thumbnail to maybe a medium-sized image of 400 pixels. Changing that also changes the code, so I'm going to have to recopy the code, go back to my Moodle course, and I'm going to go back to block 4 again, toggle to the HTML source code, paste it, and save changes. Now you're going to notice that there's a much bigger picture there. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. You will notice an increased amount of speed in terms of how fast your page is loading because these images live on an entirely different server. They're not living on Moodle anymore. So I hope you give this a shot and let me know if you have questions. Thanks for watching.